River crossings. One of the most rewarding yet dangerous things you can do in a 4x4. This is the story where I bit off more than I could chew. It was a beautiful summer's day in 2021. 4th of July weekend, floating on the river. It was the first time I actually got to drive through a river. At this point, I had been going off-roading almost every day. I was so happy with the progress I've made with the build that I wanted to enjoy it as much as I could. This was the first vehicle that I had ever really taken care of, that I was really proud of. And all these pictures I've taken of it over the years show. And now that same vehicle is stuck in a river. I remember thinking to myself, it's a 4x4, what do I have to worry about? I don't have a winch yet, but it's on the way. And what harm could it do just driving down a shallow creek bed? I mean, come on. Well, here I am. Everything was going great until it wasn't. And now we're gonna figure out just how fucked we actually are. This one's by far the worst. This back wheel here. Yeah, hopefully I don't have any water inside. I reached out to the local Facebook group and told them my predicament, and sure enough, a handful of guys ready to go came to come and rescue me. We tried winching, but the sand was too soft and it actually started to drag the other rescue vehicles down in with me. We also tried max tracks, but since I was literally dead in the water with no power going to any of the wheels, it was useless. The guys called it, and I had to call in the big guns. This is the last resort. The recovery company I called brought out a contraption that pulls out combines when they're stuck in muddy fields. If that wouldn't do it, nothing will. We're moving. The problem with this method is it was really slow going, and the guys paid by the hour. This ultimately ended up costing me about $1,000 to get recovered.
Right over there. You guys are great. Really nice.
Well, there's nothing like getting dragged out of a riverbed. We're still getting pulled. We've been getting pulled for about an hour. We've made it about halfway. And even though I'm getting pulled out, there still is the predicament of getting home. I don't actually have any power to the ground here.
My drive shaft is spinning. There we go.
When I said I'd do whatever it takes to get the thing home, I meant it. And now we're flat towing it all the way back to where I live.
We're good.
All right, she's back home now. So we're gonna get her jacked up. We're gonna figure out what's going on up underneath. The more I took things apart, the more I began to realize what exactly happened. Oh God. Oh man. Yikes. Oh man. That's probably not a good sign. Alright, so now we're going to take these bolts off. We're going to take our drive shaft off, pull our wheels. Shit. Nice. That's all fast. Jesus Christ. Alright. Time for a new one. Alright, well, let's take a look at the Carmen chair. It's important to know that no matter what it is that's broken, there are very few things in this world that cannot be fixed. In this case, we're going to fix it by replacing it. Yeah, it's stuck. So this whole housing here, got a crack right there. This is actually a fairly common issue with these Land Rover Discovery 2s. And the Defender, believe it or not. Here it is. One of the reasons, aside from the age of the vehicle, why this happened was because I went from forward to reverse very quickly, and there was next to nothing for traction on the wheels. That in turn ends with an exploded rear diff. And in pure mechanic fashion, when you start working on other things, you start to find more things that need fixed. Well, we've come across a problem. That's not good. Oh, man. We got an oil leak. And luckily for me, parts are not in short supply. Shortly after everything was fixed, I wasn't going to play around, so I purchased an ARB front bumper and a Warren 10S Evo winch. Alright. If I had had any other year than a 2003 Discovery 2, I would have had a center diff lock, which would allowed me to use the front wheels to actually get me out of the situation. So I pulled a front nose cone off a 2001 and installed it on my 2003. To make sure everything was in working order, we had to go to the off-road show. At least then we'd be in a controlled environment, and if we broke anything, there's no short supply of help. Moral of the story here, no matter what you drive, things are gonna break. And it's just a matter of how prepared you are to deal with those breakages. I learned the hard way what not to do, but maybe some of you can learn from my mistakes. I'm not perfect by any means possible, but It's okay to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. And most importantly, have fun doing it. Well, thank you for watching. I know this video is a little different than what you're used to, with this channel at least, but we're gonna get back at it here in the near future. We're just waiting on some new parts and stuff to really round out this next video that we're working on here. And until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.